right. Good morning. I am Judd, he, him. I'm here with my good friends Jay and Thomas, and this channel and our YouTube channel and all the subscriptions and the money that it might generate. And there's not much, but what there is will be put towards the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. So I don't know, hit that subscribe button. I don't know. I don't have the heart for this. But just so you know, that's where the money goes. And when I say I don't have the heart for it, I mean I don't have the heart for asking you to hit buttons on your computer while we play. Not that I don't have the heart to ask for children who are surviving a genocide for money for them, because that's a different thing that I think I do have heart for. So, for sure. Man, that's the shittiest transition I've done yet. That's a bad one.
I feel like every week you show up, Jen, you're like, how can I do this in a totally different way? Like,
yeah. And I think about it too. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I wrote notes. I have a Google Doc I'm looking at. I was gonna share it with y'all. Like,
it does not look like that at all.
It does not look like that. Oh no. Well, I'm going for a very casual, you got to work hard to look casual, Thomas. That's the thing. We were talking about the Thomas's newsletter, the Indie RPG newsletter, and Appendix N. And Jay, I feel like you were saying something, and then I interrupted you, and I tried to do an intro, and
no, it's fine. We started. I was telling Thomas I was drinking coffee and then reading his newsletter because it comes out early, and I saw that they had the Appendix N in there, and I was kind of mad that I missed it. I think they wrote everything. September 8th is the earliest date I catch. And so you've got a bunch of bloggers that have kind of developed their own various appendixes. And I wish I could have gotten in on that. And Thomas is like, you could write one tomorrow and put it on my sheet. I'm going to do that.
What project of yours would you write about, Jay? Like which inspirations for what?
I think staying with the AD&D fantasy appendix in, I would probably roll back into the stuff I've learned and liked and continue to use in my Lord of the Rings West Marches game, right?
Very cool.
I don't know that I'll ever want to go back to playing not West Marches open table style games.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So much good stuff comes out of I love all the emergent play that comes out, and that's all people. That's got nothing to do with what system's on the table, right? And so I would probably try to get my brain around how to articulate that stuff, what I love about it, what I'm using, how do I make it go.
My favorite question to ask people who are doing West Marches is the question of like, how do you handle the end of a session?
Oh, I love that part. Yeah.
Because you have to reset it might be a new group next session, right? So what happens, you want to play for a couple of hours, whatever. What happens at the end? How do you do it?
Yeah. So, for me, I want the players to have the ability to generate their own ending. That means you got to get wherever you're going and get back to the start of the town. Right. Okay. You got to get back to town. Right. I'm happy to hand wave parts of getting back to town. You just got to get out of danger, right? And then you can say, okay, we're good. We did the thing, or we're quitting the thing, and now we're going back to town the same way we came here, right? Assuming there are no hazards along the way. We've negotiated those coming out. Mutineer Zero kind of laid this out years ago, right? And so I lean on that. But in the event that they don't, and we run out of table time, I have a chart specific to the game, so I don't use the same chart across different games. I like to use the systems that are already there, and that chart sucks. You don't want to be rolling on this chart because you ran out of time, and everybody knows it, right? And I pass it around. I'm like, here's what it looks like, right? You don't want this chart to decide. It's gonna suck, right? I love it. And you see folks scramble. I think it forces some of the emergent play. People are like, look, we gotta get the hell out of here, right? I don't like Jay's chart. Let's go, right?
I don't care. Like Jay's chart.
Yeah, right.
I'm afraid of Jay's chart. Like,
and so yeah, folks will hustle to get to a safe spot, right? Not safe, but there's nothing going on, and from that point we can hand wave getting back to town. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Nice. Yeah.
Awesome.
But that's what I would do Appendix N about, is something around that, because I get the most enjoyment out of that, and I got all that junk in here and nowhere else.
Nice. Do you have other than the Green Knight, do you have a source of inspiration for this game, Judd?
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, there is a novel called Arthurian Spear novella. I think it might be a novella. There's a novella called The Spear by Nicola Griffith, which is a really wonderful queer Arthurian piece of fantasy that came out in 2022. The story of Percival and the Holy Grail, and definitely more of like a Welsh inspiration place. So yeah, that's a big one.
Nice.
Nice. Game design, it's funny. Game design wise, I think mostly this game, but I'm thinking I was on, subreddit. It might have even been the Mythic Bastion subreddit. And someone was like, oh, well, with factions, I was thinking of just using clocks. And I was like, I would probably just make the faction a myth, which there already are, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Order is pretty much a faction that's a myth, and we've already run into them. Right. And then like the Omens are pretty much a clock, right? Like it's pretty much like it's 6 things and they escalate. Right. And so yeah, I wonder, once I wrote that, I started wondering like, how much did Apocalypse World and Blade in the Dark affect my my way I run this and the way I think about it? And my answer is I'm not exactly sure, but and it's not that I would put that on my Appendix N and say like, oh, you have to read these games. But I think something that Mythic Bastionland and Apocalypse World both have in common is when new GMs are looking for ways, like, I don't know how to set up a campaign. These are 2 games I might give them and say, hey, here are 2 different ways to do it. Take a look, like, see which one you like. Right. This one is a lot of like preloading, and this one is like play the first session and then do a lot of prep after that. So let's go. It's a good. I like the structure of them, and I like that they have structure, because I think that's what a lot of people are looking for when they're brand new to this, right? And they're like, I just want to run a campaign. I've written this great final scene where they corner the Lich God, and they've got all the pieces of the Triforce. Yeah, they finally get it, and I'm like, all right, hold up, back it up. Like,
that's funny.
Make a cool village. Like, just name a cool village and like 7 NPCs and just go.
Everyone knows the first thing you do is write the villain's monologue.
That's right. You write that monologue.
People do. They don't know where to start.
No, that is true.
But I get it. Yeah. I think because that's a good impulse, right? To think of like a cool moment or an image. But just do that for the session you're running right now.
Right
don't
now,
do
yes.
it any further than that.
Yeah,
Don't,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And cut it
Right.
loose. Don't save it. Cut it loose.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Or say like that is what you've all heard happened the last time, right? Like, or
Right.
use it, right?
Use
like,
it,
don't throw it away. But oh man, like it's rough. Like there's not a lot of feedback there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm glad that we're like talking as a community about rewriting Appendix N, just from a literature and media point of view, just because it's gotten so much more beautifully diverse. Like it's just really
exactly
nice.
Like all of the new like inspirations that people put in their books is so much more, like so many more women, so many more like non-white writers and stuff like that. It is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean I jump on I would say it's a seasonal thing, right? I would say every season, every 3 months, there is a subreddit post of like what's on your new Appendix N.
Nice.
And I'm always side-eyeing people who are like, if all you can think of is Vance and I like Vance.
I do.
Vance is good. Vance is fun. I'm not saying like throw away your Vance.
Right.
But like if all you can think of is like Vance, Tolkien, and Howard, like you're missing out. Like there's really, really great stuff out there. And if you're not putting in like a healthy, geez, I love that conversation. And I mean, especially, I mean, I'm a librarian, so of course I love that conversation. And there's so much fantasy coming out now that like you can't. Well, I mean, it's like the Indie RPG newsletter, right? There's so much RPG stuff coming out that like I literally depend on Thomas to like find the nooks and crannies that I don't see, right? Because you can't. We need curators. We need people who are like smart and out there and looking and can not only curate, but can like then put the pieces together in a new and interesting way and like say something about it. That is awesome. But it's wild that like it, like when I saw your newsletter, it was and I think I even emailed you about it. I was like, this is a new era. Like we can't keep track anymore. Like it's just I was in shock at how cool it was. And then I was also in shock that we needed it. I was like, oh shit, we need this. We've reached this saturation density point where things are growing all over the place. It's not all on Kickstarter anymore.
Right.
It's not even like we're not all on LiveJournal. Like it's not all in one place.
We're not all on G Plus.
Nope.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard.
No, and you're right. There's so much of it, and I feel like it's like music in that I don't know where to go find new music. Spotify's always going to give me the same stuff that I've been listening to, and not a whole lot of variations of that. And so, I see stuff in Thomas's newsletter that I might not otherwise go grab or look at or run across. And so, some amount of curation is, I think you're right, is necessary. Otherwise, I wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
All right, shall we get into the game?
Hold up. I've got a couple links I want to throw out there. So we're talking about Thomas's newsletter. Here it comes in the comments. And then I'm going to put it on the comments, but then I have to go back to the banner assets and get rid of this asset because putting in a comment messes up the asset, but they're not in the same slot. It's a lot. For 8:20 in the morning for me. It's a lot, folks. It's a lot. So if you want to know what we're talking about and what we're reading about, there's this wonderful link. Go check it out. Thomas's newsletter is awesome. That is a subscribe button you should pound on. So hit that and get it. There's a Patreon. If you've got those kind of resources and that isn't going to make you think about rent or food, then you should totally do that too, and go for it because it's a lot of fun, and it's good to support folks. And just because, like, if you want to know my D&D Appendix N that I always put up, hold up, I'm going to share it. I'm absolutely sharing it.
Nice.
I've got it. It's five books right now, but I'm sure I'll be able to find more when I eventually write my blog post. But here are like the 5, D&Dist
What does that mean?
novels. They're out there. So Kaya Shante Wilson wrote this novella called The Sorcerer of Will Deeps. You should absolutely read it. It's amazing. There's a bag of holding. He is literally, the main character is literally on like a guard on a caravan. Nice. Like it's just the D&Dist damn thing ever. The fact that this isn't being championed by everyone who talks about D&D makes me want to spit blood. And then there is A.K. Lockwood's The Unspoken Name and The Thousand Eyes, which is about a queer orc girl who runs away from home rather than be sacrificed to the evil god that her people worship. And
damn, that's good.
It's awesome. It's really good. Like, it is really, really, really good. And then, yeah, it's good. It's just good. It's fun. I remember reading this and being like, why aren't the D&D novels like this? No slight to anyone writing D&D novels for WotC, if you read it, you'll know what I mean. This year, the best book that I've read this year so far is The Sapling Cage by Margaret Killjoy. It's about a young witch going to learn about how to be a witch in a really cool world. Margaret Killjoy has this amazing anarchist politics. So, like, if you want to see how to not have toxic hierarchies in your games, like, it's really cool. I saw Margaret Killjoy speak, and one of the things that the speaker asked of her was, hey, you have a lot of cool scenes where, like, groups of people are talking and trying to figure shit out. And it's true. And it's really like, yeah, and yet it's compelling fantasy. So I don't know what to tell you. Christopher Buehlman, The Black Tongue Thief, is probably like the one I'm least excited about, but like it's still very good.
The only one on this that I've read.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
And I know what you mean. It's like kind of, it's a fun book, but it's kind of normal book. Like,
I could just be me. Like, it's kind of a 16-year-old, like the main protagonist is like a 16-year-old guy, and I might just be too old for that. Like, he's like, like kind of like horn dogging a young lady, like a lady who's with him, and I'm just like, bro, stop.
I think the cool thing about that character again is that I think he's lucky. I can't remember now, but I think he might have this thing of like he's lucky, and that's a very game thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
right. Like know, like that. That's that makes me like, that really evokes games for me. Or a guy who's like, yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah. And then maybe like after The Sapling Cage, probably my favorite, and well, I think so. The Sorcerer of Will Deeps, The Sapling Cage, and then these two books are like on my top of this list. Kirsten Hall's The McAllis Cycle. The first book is called, oh man, I'm not gonna know. Hold up. The second one is called The Second Spear. I know that's easy to remember. And the first one
is not called The First Spear.
It's not called The First Spear. It's called The Border Keeper. So the first one's called The Border Keeper, and the second one is called The Second Spear. And it is about the second one's way better, but the first one's good. And it is about people basically going into these layers of a hellish dimension.
Nice.
And every layer has like a rule, like a hard and fast rule that like that basically helps the like demon lord who's in charge of it. So there's like one lord who, like, if they feed you food, like they have this food that they make that can kind of like brainwash you. And then so there's like this hard and fast rule of like, if the Lord invites you to a meal, you have to go eat. And so, like, you know what I mean? Like so every layer has like a weird rule like that.
Right.
And so you're like trying to survive these different layers, figure out what the one rule is. It's awesome. And they're short.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, they're short, but they feel like doorstop books because there's just so much in them. Anyway, we got talking about books. When I got on, I was off camera, and Jay and Thomas were talking about stuff, and so I was like, we need to keep talking because they're saying interesting stuff. Anyway, good stuff. Thank you for waiting. Let's get started. When we last played, we had just driven the wolves hither and yon. So that myth, I think that myth is. Are we agreed that myth is sorted out?
Yeah,
I thought we did because you assigned glory.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I think, but before I assign glory, I think like I have to say like, hey, are we done? And yeah, I think we're done. It's cool. So take your glory point. Do we think like the Battle of the Wolves will be something that is sung about? Because if so, it's a second glory point, or is that battle? I don't know. What do you think?
I have the feeling that if the wolves were charging the keep and we disperse them, like that makes it more like that kind of elevates it to like, this is news, right? Like, you know, we saved the day, and 100% we're going to be talking about this when we start playing.
Sounds good. So I think that's 2 glory.
Nice.
For the young knights. And all your friends. Sounds good. Cool. Great. Did we get a new comment? Yeah. Hello, Heroic Logic. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
All right. And you were like 1 day away from the High Lord's Keep, where I think Jay's former character still is from the last game.
Oh yeah. Because he stayed with the Squire, the Pearl Knight.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be High Lord.
Yeah, but is it, you know, seasons have passed. I don't know.
That's true. Oh, right. Yep. No doubt. Cool. So a couple of things came out of last game, and I was like, man, I want to ask questions about that. So let's. I think like we've got a knight. Like you can see the ramparts of the High Lord's Keep in the distance. It's made from the stone of a mythical mountain that is no longer there, and you probably have some wolf's blood on your blades, maybe on your shields and on your armor. And Jay said something interesting about your character. Jay, can you just to set the kind of scene, I'm going to go to your character and Thomas's character and just kind of go through a couple like just questions about what just happened. Can you talk about like what your character's name is and who your character is and what we're seeing when we see them?
Yeah, it's his name's Kelwyn. He's the Vulture Knight. He's kind of the tag for his armor is sinister, so I picture him as in kind of dark bronze and red colors. Kind of lanky, but athletic like. I think he's checking on because we've kind of amassed some knights along the way, and so at some point when we knew we were going to be facing like 13 wolves, Jay and Kelwyn had the thought, wow, we're going to lose some people. And that felt a little different for both me and me playing Kelwyn. So I think he's checking up on all the other knights, including the one we're escorting to the High Lord's castle, palace, making sure everyone's okay, no one's seriously hurt, their mounts are good, they're not psychologically broken, right? That they're okay, we're good. And I think that's the first moment that he had a real concern about a thing, right? Before now, and it's all swagger, and we're all knights, and we signed up for this, right?
Yeah,
it's good. But the moment that I'm gonna lose some folks, including people that I've been arguing with, right? I hate to lose them here. So
what do you think? So when you travel with people, I feel like people learn things about you, right? Like, what do you think they have noticed about Kelwyn?
I think he's uncomfortable. They notice he is uncomfortable caring about, showing his care about
interesting.
people. Right? It's genuine, but he becomes less swagger, more awkward, right? Babbling, right? Less confident, because he's trying to process, what you're giving him back in this conversation that we're having. So I think he's more vulnerable when he's being real.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. Nice. Thomas, can you tell me a bit about your knight?
Yeah, my character's name is Valamonte, and I think of them as like big, burly. Like I've described their sword as just being like a big, blunt sword. So essentially, they just hit people with it, basically. And they're not very, they're not very sophisticated. But they are the Horde Knight. They are about pack tactics. They're about fighting in groups, or at least as a team. So I think in my head, like that last fight with the wolves, even though it was quite a short fight mechanically, it was this kind of epic moment for this character, right? Like this was that was their that was them at their best, really, like in terms of who they are and what they want to do. And it was a it's a kind of triumphant moment for them.
Nice. Cool. What is there something that they would have noticed about Valamonte and how he creates that cohesion among the people in conflict?
For sure. I think they would have been surprised, because Valamonte doesn't come across. I mean, he comes across as brash and kind of selfish and all of that stuff. But then in the fight, like he's positioning people like he is, he's got strategy and he's got tactics. And I think they would have seen somebody who, maybe unexpectedly was organizing them and like stepping into like breaches and stuff like that, right? Like making sure that there is a group, and that might have caught them by surprise. Even though he's not showing, I think, explicit care in the way that Kelvin is, like in the post moment, they are like, oh, okay, there is some depth to this guy as well.
Right. He is not all swagger and mom jokes, is what you're saying? Cool. Good. Love it. Cool. I think there is a point in like the darkest part of the night, Thomas, where you are on watch and everyone else is sleeping, and you're kind of digesting everything that happened, and that no one died, and that you dispersed these wolves and stopped them from attacking the hold, and you see like a cold lantern light, coming from the distance, and oddly, it is a hooded figure. If this was a TV show, viewers who have watched the first season would know that this is one of the hooded ones, and they guide people to death, and so it is this kind of inhuman hooded figure with a long pole and a cold white lantern light hanging from the pole, and on their hip is what's called a cold sword, and next to them is One Ear, and I think the hooded one says, you have until the constellation of the sea rises across the sky. And One Ear nods, and then I think turns to you and says, no, I think, well, you can't talk to One Ear, right? So I think One Ear yips and barks at the hooded one, and the hooded one turns to you in a cold, unearthly voice and says, I am bringing this one to the underworld. She wished to say her goodbyes to you.
And I think, I say, go in peace, and I look forward to the day that we meet again.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. I think, you see the hooded one translate that, and One Ear nods, and I think they're gone. Cool. I just thought that was the thing that we should do.
Nice. That was a very beautiful scene. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And I think it's interesting. Like, I was rewatching the last couple of minutes, and like something you said was like, wolves have mercy. What? And I think that's interesting, and it's interesting because I feel like it's come up. So there's another. I run this game on Sundays and Mondays. That's just the way my life worked out. But in the Monday game, there was a thing that happened where like there's a myth of a spider, and the spider has a herald, and so there was a point where the players were like, the spider has a herald, and it was the same tone as the wolves have mercy. Like, it was the same thing. I wish I could have like recorded it, because it was the same vibe of
That's
like
funny.
And the thing it was like, oh, we're not like, it's this disbelief or understanding of modern people of like, oh, we're not in a real, like, this is a mythic paradigm.
Right.
Like,
right.
Oh shit. Like, this is, yes, they're kind of acting like wolves, but really, or spiders or whatever. But also, this is not normal, and I think that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think the next morning you are in the High Lord's Keep. And great. Yeah, and I think like as you are approaching, there is a rumble and a shake across the earth, and you remember the elderly sculptor who you met what seems like 1,000 years ago when you were both far more young and far more foolish, and maybe you even remember like, hey, if you're going to put a face on that Colossus, you should probably put our face, my face, because mine is the most handsome. But I think that this Earthshake is the Colossus that he was carving has come. You know, it's far away, but it's miles away, but it has come to life. Wow. You know that like that is why this earth is shaking, having seen it. But it's an earthquake. It happens for a few minutes. Everyone kind of looks at each other. You see probably farmers in the lands outside, kind of looking at each other, and did you see that? Did you feel it? And then it's over. And you get to the High Lord's Keep.
I say to what are we calling our knight with no name? They refused to give us a name.
Scholar Knight.
The Scholar Knight. I say, Scholar Knight. Was that your mom falling out to bed again? And then I ride off.
I think, like, you probably hear the Scholar Knight turn to the other Seeker Knights and say, for a moment, I thought he had grown beyond that kind of thing. And they were all like, yeah, we thought maybe we were in a new era of Kerwin too, but we were wrong. We were clearly wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely.
Sorry, my kid caught me making your mom joke. He stopped to watch. I had to explain what was going on.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. I think you can tell right away that this is a place that doesn't have its High Lord.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it doesn't. Yeah, but let's I think there is a herald outside who meets you. They should definitely have a name.
Are you going through the book?
Oh yeah,
I love that part of the book. You can grab whatever you need out of just flipping some pages. I got what I need. I love that.
It is clever.
I'm jealous. I wish I had thought of that.
It's very good.
It is very good.
Oh man, come on! I need a different name, guys. It's the same name as the squire who.
Uh-huh.
No. That's a pain. All right, so this is kind of interesting. The Herald's name is Verilag, which is the name of the High Lord from a previous age.
Yeah. No, I think that's good.
Nice.
I think that means something. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the squire is not the squire, the herald. I think that the herald is I don't think they're a knight, but they greet you and say, "We are in dire times, as you probably felt when the earth just shook. Myths abound. Have you seen the Pearl Knight in your travels?"
And we know the Pearl Knight is the High Lord, right? We know this?
I don't know if you'd know that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're in a new realm. I think.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I think we say no. We have not met this Pearl Knight, and we have traveled a fair distance.
In the previous age, the previous High Lord left the Pearl Knight as their heir, and she has not been found. And so I must ask you that before I can even welcome you. Welcome, knights, to the High Lord's Keep. This castle is ruled by the High Lord's Provisional Council, and we will give you what welcome we can in these times. The council is ruled by wise and elder knights, but there will be no one sitting in the High Lord's throne while you are here, unless we grow truly lucky and the Pearl Knight should return.
It's a different kind of luck that you have today, Herald, because we might not be the Pearl Knight, but please introduce us to the council. Say the Horde Knight and the Vulture Knight are here to speak to them. We have banished the Horde, the wolves that raced here. We have slain the ogre, and we come to pay our respects.
The council will be meeting. We'll gather tonight to welcome you, of course, and
we have escorted
allow us.
Scholar. Go ahead.
Allow the young squires to take your steeds to the stables, and we will make sure we will put you in one of the High Lord's towers, and you will be able to refresh yourselves and clean the road dust off of yourselves, and know that even though the High Lord does not sit in the seat, we are the keep is safe, and you may armor yourself as you wish. Which is to say, like, you don't have to wear armor if you don't want to, right? Like, you can relax for a little bit.
Yeah, it's even safer now that we're here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is a fucking Herald. They're like, of course. Like they've heard all this. They have heard.
This is a fucking Herald. You're saying they're not impressed by me, Judd? Fine.
Indeed. There's a
Oh my god.
There's a myth I'm thinking about for replacing the. I'll find it during a break. Yeah, I think you are brought into one of the many towers in this keep. And you can see the new areas that have been built because this keep used to be like right up against the mountain, right? So like now that the mountain's gone, I think they've kind of built out into that back area where the mountain was.
Yeah.
And so that like you can see there are new areas with like a new color stone that were built in the last age. And and I, as you go up your tower, there's probably like a mural or like a bas relief or whatever of the two knights who went up the mountain, as if going up the stairs, you're going up that journey with them. And finally you get to the point where like one says, "I'm not worthy," and one says, "I am." And there's also a point probably where a squire gets turned around and said, "You go back." It's probably another key moment in that mythology. But yeah, you have some time. I think you all it's a fine keep. And I also find myself like wanting to show that like, hey, this isn't what you're used to. So like the High Lord isn't there, but like also when it turns out when a High Lord isn't there, like the council takes over and things go okay, right? Like I think like it's fine. We don't need one person like to rule. No one sees it that way, but I think it also is a lot more work, right? Because you probably have to do a lot more collaboration. You probably have to do a lot more like there's a lot more art. Like I think people are probably really unsettled, right? Because it's like suddenly they're like when you have to collaborate and when you have to talk to people and when you have to be a little bit more democratic, it's louder. It's messier, things take longer, and I bet these folks have no patience for that, right? They're just like, "Oh my god, we're a second away from chaos." And it's like, "No, this is actually just how communities live. Like this is just like how it goes." But I think like people are unsettled, but it's just because what the world and the power structure is telling them is that one person should be sitting atop, and it shouldn't be run as it is.
And I think the thing is that the both of us are probably really comfortable with this level of chaos, right? Like we're not, we're not coming from a place of like high order and
right.
So we're happy with this. Like,
Nice, love it, cool. Cool. What is like the first so you're off the road for a while, right? You bathe. I imagine it's a kind of communal bathhouse, and you all get the road dust off you, and you get into some comfortable robes and comfortable clothes that aren't have no armor straps pinching you or anything. And I don't know, what is the first thing you do as you do you seek out a seer? Do you try to find some food? Do you sit and read? Do you sit and write? Do you go brag? Do you watch the squires practice? Like what is it that you're interested in doing, I guess?
Kelvin is looking for the games of chance.
Nice.
Where are these games? We will grab a turkey leg on the way.
Yeah. Got it.
Scholar Knight, come watch me work.
What does Valamonte want? I think I'm interested in just finding someone from the council and talking to them, because in ideally like a more casual setting, right?
Love it. Ooh.
1 second.
Yep. So I am rolling on a spark table. There is one in the civilization area called drama. So I am rolling that. And I got some good stuff.
That's right, because we don't want none of that bad stuff.
Yeah, well, something's going on here. Like something is definitely going on here. So Thomas, let's do this. So six, 5, 3, 4. Okay. Name night. Thomas, you go to seek out a knight, a member of the council, and you find a knight on the council named Capo. They are the Moat Knight. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are in charge of the defense of the castle, but I think a lot of people are doing a lot of different things because of just the way that these people are. I'm going to just roll a d12 and see if I can get an idea of their personality. Sure. One more. Okay. Yeah. And I think you actually find them in the kitchen. You know that they are someone who has trained and built their body for war, but like they're making a lunchtime soup, and he takes his takes his gloves off and says, "Welcome. I am Capo. I am a member of the council in charge of defense. Here we have some thanks to give you for keeping the wolves away."
Oh, well, yeah. You're welcome. It was not. It was the least we could do. We hope to introduce ourselves to the High Lord, but it seems there is none.
Not yet. We're searching for her. I think so. Just to make this the weirdest introduction between a knight and a council member ever, he puts this wooden spoon in the soup and says, "Taste this for me. Is this? Yeah. What do you think? What does it need?"
Yeah.
Right?
And I taste it and it goes I go could use some freshness.
Yeah.
Do you have any herbs? Something that just
Yeah. Yeah. He's going, but like I think this is like he talks to you while he's doing this. He says, "It has forgive my labor here. I find that I think better while I am making soup for my squires. I also find that it relaxes me, given everything that we've had to take on, not being able to find the High Lord."
No, I understand. You like soup. You don't need to explain yourself beyond that. You like soup. That's fine.
And I think like he has like this really intellectual conversation with you about like it's not just it's the making of it, it's the growing, it's talking to farmers. It like he gets like no. I think there aren't a lot of people who want to talk to him about soup, and so he's just like, oh, we can talk about it, and he just launches into it. Capo is just like, oh no, wait, it's more than just I like soup. He talks about the crafting of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you made a huge mistake. And he says, I am sorry. You obviously did not come here to talk to me about soup. What are your questions, Valamonte?
Right, the soup night.
The soup night. Get Chris McDowell on the phone. He's missed one.
That's right. He missed one.
Night number 73, the soup night.
I say my friend and brother Kelvin and I, we come from the West, and a previous High Lord in the years past drove an ogre out there, and we defeated that ogre, and now we've come here to this land to fulfill our destiny as knights. And now we hear that High Lord has passed away, and there was another High Lord, and that High Lord has gone, and it seems this land isn't well. It seems that maybe it is the destiny of my comrade and I to be heroes of this age.
Every young knight should think that. And your job is to seek out the myths and protect the realms and honor the seers. That is the oath we took. And if in doing that, it raises you to a place of honor, all the better. But I don't know if I agree that this is a land in chaos. I think this is a land in the midst of myths, based on what has been happening in the past ages. The realm is as good as it's been. And I think it will be better once we find High Lord Tanet.
I guess maybe that's my point then. When we first came here and heard that you were assailed on all sides by, we heard rumors of an elf. We heard rumors of a necromantic lich of some kind. We heard rumors about these wolves, and the picture we got was of a High Lord who didn't have the strength to protect this realm. Then we realized the High Lord is not here. So then what and you are not able to find her? What does that mean?
It means that she is a knight and she wanders and she goes where she feels her honor compels her to go.
Then she's a knight.
She does not know that she's the High Lord.
Oh, then she's a knight of my own heart. Or, I don't know about Kelvin, but speaking for myself, the path of knighthood to go from adventuring and questing to then the management of lands is not the path for me. I don't begrudge you your soup, but that's not where I plan to end up. So what happens if the High Lord does not want to be High Lord, if she doesn't know that that's what you've decided for her?
I have not decided it for her. It was left for her by the previous High Lord. She was declared his heir. Her heir.
Oh. So what if she's dead?
Then we will declare a new heir.
Interesting.
I hope and I think like he puts a top on the pot and says to one of the cooks, "Let this simmer."
Yeah.
So that the fresh leaves can take their taste.
Yeah.
And he says, "I hope that you find the glory you're looking for, and I hope that someday you find whatever it is that is your soup that will sustain you when you are going through tough times, young Valmonte." Being a knight errant is a special time, and going into others' homes and seeing what is not for them is part of it. But you might be surprised at where it all takes you. I will look forward to hearing you talk about your journey tonight before the rest of the council. And Jay, you are Jay, you are playing you're playing a game of chance. What do you think it is? Is it a game just to make it really meta with like a D6 and a D12 that you're like rolling against rolling against a wall somewhere?
I'm okay with that. I'm totally cool with that. Yes.
Cool. I think. Oh, you go.
I was gonna say, and there might be an element. I don't know. You tell me. It might be a mixed crowd of knights and non-knights playing.
Cool.
I was gonna say, what is it, fraternization? But maybe that's not a thing.
Yeah. I think it's like this weird, like dice storytelling battle game where you roll the 6 and the 12, and like one of these 72 almost tarot like figures comes out.
Right.
Or like and so and then they like kind of do battle, right? But like it's the people describing it. It's like, oh, right. There's like some kind of like 72 statues in this area where you all are playing the game, and like it's your job as the as the roller to like describe why your incarnation that you've rolled up is the winner in this battle. But there's an undercurrent that's going on in that there's some kind of tension in the building. There are a couple of knights who are just not getting along, and there's a problem. Like there's some sort of problem. Like you can feel you've walked into something complicated.
All right.
And I think like as like part of the game is like everyone kind of deciding, oh yeah, clearly this person won, like, you know, but like they can't come to a decision, and like you can tell the two people are acting in bad faith. There are a pair of knights, and there's a tension beyond this game that they've clearly brought to it. When Kelwyn sees this, what does he do? Also, is he out of armor, and are his like day clothes still sinister? Is the other like?
Oh yeah. No, I'm out of armor.
Sinister.
Yes, always sinister. Yes, always sinister.
Love it.
Yes,
got it. Kind of a red and black Disney villain vibes is what we're going for. Okay.
Yes, always sinister.
Cool.
No, I think I watch it a little bit. Maybe the dice go around. I think I'm there enough to pick up on this tension to see some of this falling out.
Yeah.
Before I get in. And then I ask, I came to play this game. It's fascinating. I've never seen this game before. But But there's some ill wind over this game, and I don't want that to be part of the game.
Yeah.
How can I make that better? Is this?
Oh wow! So you just say it?
Yeah. Because I want to enjoy the game, and I don't have whatever this history, this ill wind is. I don't have any of that. I just want to play the game, but I can tell it's tainted, and so how do we clear that?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think this one night, Medrin says, it's an ill wind, Gowir. Maybe if you took your leave, our newcomer could play the game without smelling anything foul. And I think Gowir like puts the dice down and says maybe you should send him a letter about it. Maybe he needs one of your long flowery letters. Like the ones you send to my wife.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh shit. Yeah. And like you can tell like this is just like some petty jealousy nonsense going on here. And yeah. And I think like because as soon as you said like everyone was like, oh no, we don't talk about it. Oh,
we don't talk about it. I'm the outsider. I don't know. I'm not from here.
Yeah. Are you gonna let them like keep going until it becomes either a brawl or a duel, or do you try to?
Yeah. No, I say, ooh, it is always love, right? It is always over love. I could tell when I first arrived. It is love or lust. Take your pick. To first blood is or this game. Maybe we team up, right? And we resolve it, and you show me this game. And we squash it. Winner, right? It's done. Let's do this. Are we knights or are we knights?
Love it. Make a.
Oh no, he's gonna make me roll a dice.
I am. Make a spirit roll.
Oh,
Cool.
that's
I
my
like
best
that.
stat.
I think it's spirit.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so
yeah.
my spirit is 13.
Yeah.
No.
16.
Ooh, no good. I should have loaded these dice.
Cool.
And I got nothing that can help me.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't go well. They try to squash it and play, and the game is like you're getting a feel for how this game goes, and it's kind of cool. And I love describing gaming to gamers. This is my favorite fucking thing I've ever done. The game is going well, but then like these people's personal bullshit gets in the way, and and like so you can't finish and get to like the final part of the round. It's just like they like I think but they were trying to like make peace, so like they're not in a position where they can just duel it out, and so they go their separate ways. And and yeah, I think you're left in like a crowd of masons and farmers and kitchen help and squires, and they're all just like, I think one of the squires says, "I'm sorry, Sir Knight. Gawir and Medrin were once very close, and now it's turning truly ugly."
Over love?
Jealousy, infidelity. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I escalated this. I only wanted to enjoy.
No, it's not on you, Sir Knight. It is not on you. Let me show you how the game, like basically the squire like tries to like do that shitty thing where like you walk through how the rest of the game would have gone. It's never as satisfying.
You're right. No, it's not.
It's never as fun. As I said, I love that I get to like talk about gaming as if it's a thing. Cool. It is 9:20, so why don't we stop here, and we will come back in a few minutes.
That went by fast.
It went by real quick because I spent 15 damn minutes talking about books. Because
no, that was good. That was good.
Because I had to. All right. We'll see y'all soon, and we will be right back.
Yeah.
Perfect.